You need medicine. It don't always taste good. Nah. But it'll get you better. You need this medicine. It ain't gonna always taste good. But this is what you need. Men and women. One of my cords is out. We need to have the conversation. Your partner wants to give up control, but only if you know how to drive. This is about being the best you could ever be, whoever you are. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, LGBTQ, space alien. I'll save anybody. I don't care. I'll teach a hedgehog how to have a threesome. What do you mean by that? You don't have to listen to me. You're wrong. Listen, I know I'm great. And I know you're thinking, Dante, there's no way I could be like you. But you could be me. You know why? Because you know who I was before I was me? I was you. Man, school 202. Better hear what I've got to say because you won't get it again. I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Better man. Put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't. You. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What up, Pun? What's going on? Can you hear me?
I hear you fine, man. Can people hear me? That's the problem. I'm the one with
it's shitty, but that's all right. We'll get you in where you in. When people, hey, what's up, Camille? How you doing? What's popping, y'all? I'm just waiting for people to come in. Damn, what you call it ain't working. The Dante Nero ain't going up. That's all right. Whatever. We'll see what's happening. I'm trying to think. You must be talking direct. There must be a mic on your laptop. Do y'all hear Punisher? Give me a thumbs up if y'all hear Punisher.
Yeah. Somebody, my man, DJ Cyclops said he hears both, so that helps.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Link in bio. Yeah, it's right to link in your bio. The first link in your bio. Go to the link in my bio.
We're just waiting for everybody to come in. Just waiting for him to come in. And we'll figure it out. Pun. What's going on, Pun? You good?
Yeah, man. I'm good, man. No complaints here.
All right. Just make sure they can hear you.
Being on this pod.
Yeah, they can hear you. You hear me. Yeah, they said they hear us both. So,
cool. Bro, being on this pod giving me problems, bro. I'm dating this Brazilian chick, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm hanging with her. She looks good. I give her a hug. I'm like, yo, your hair smells really good today. She goes, oh, these are those 5 blocks. You're trying your 5 blocks on me. She didn't even have it right. So I guess he's hustling. She's talking about the 5 bricks. But then she's going to hit me with the 5 blocks. I know what you're doing. This is the 5 blocks. Can't even take the compliment, man. I was serious, too.
Did you? Yeah, but she, if she's bitching about, look, just whatever. Look, this is what I do. Who, Dante? It sounds like you may have the wrong microphone, although I can hear you. I don't have the wrong microphone. I'm all right. I can hear myself in the... You hear that? You heard that, right? Pun?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, it ain't me. It's Punisher. Anyway, you're going to have to talk loud, kid.
Yeah, no doubt.
What's going on, everybody? I'm sorry. Let me say what's up to everybody in the comments. What's up, Camille? What's up, David? What's up, DJ Cyclops? David Harvey Official. What's going on? People are coming in a little at a time, trailing in. We was trying to get this together, get his, you're going to have to get a computer guy in to...
Yeah, something, man. Because I don't know what that...
You know anybody that can set you up?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna have to. I should have got on this earlier. I thought it was gonna be something I could work out real quick.
Yeah,
that wasn't the case at all.
So I gotta get into something because it's some stuff that happened this weekend. Well, first of all, let's deal with your little Brazilian joint. They gave you a hard time. What was your response?
Oh, nah, bro. We just kind of laughed it off. I think she was just being silly, man. It wasn't really no problem. But hold up, David said I sound perfect now, so maybe my
we gotta get this because I think this is our man.
Call from.
Let me see. Yo, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, East Coast. What's up, Dante?
What up, Ed? What's going on?
You remember me?
I do. What happened? Okay, so give me the back. Give the listeners the background before we get into it.
All right, this girl I work with. She be all over the building. All right, whatever. I dressed up as a samurai for Halloween. I'm looking sexy. I'm looking good. She attacks me and is like, "Oh my god, I love your costume. You look good," and this and that, all this other stuff. And then, like, over the weeks, there's a consistent pattern of flirtation.
Right. And then you didn't ask. You had an opportunity, and you didn't take the.
I did not take the opportunity to ask her out because of various fears: fear of rejection, fear of looking funny at work, fear of the fact that I saw her with a dude.
Okay.
Various things.
All of it that I said don't matter. So I told you yesterday to do what?
Or last week, ask her out.
And what happened?
I asked her out.
And?
I have a boyfriend.
She said she has a boyfriend.
But.
Uh-oh.
But this is the thing, like, that doesn't diminish, I don't think I'm bullshitting about what I experienced. You feel me?
No, what do you mean, what you experienced?
The flirtation and the
why would you? Why would you? She likes you, but I mean, how long has she had this boyfriend?
I don't fucking know. It could have been, I don't know. But, all right, can I tell the whole story?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. I didn't want to like hunt around the building looking for her. Because I'm there to do a job, but I'm trying to ask her out. So I literally just hit her up in the DMs. I'm like, yo, I need to talk to you. And she knows, she's been flirting and stuff. So she understood. Because, normally if it's a work question, you would just ask.
Right.
Over DM. So I said, I need to talk to you. It's like a quick sync, 2-minute sync. She's like, yo, meet me in the lounge. Meet me here now. Right?
Right.
That was on Friday. It was a mismatch. I didn't know where to meet her. On Monday, I see her by the elevator. She goes, yo, Anthony, we didn't get a chance to talk. I'm like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, she's by the elevator by herself. I'm like, you going up? Yes. Would you like to join me? We get in the elevator. Yeah. I go, real simple. Would you like to go out to dinner with me? She makes this face oh, and then she's like, I actually have a boyfriend.
Wait, what did she say?
She made this face oh, and then she's like, she's like, so I do have a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, I'm like, it is what it is. It's disappointing.
Right.
She can sense that. So she's yapping about the restaurant, what restaurant did I have in mind, and this and that. And she's like, oh my God, I've heard about that restaurant, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the offer. And she's trying to she's trying to keep it chill and friendly.
Right.
It's cool. I took it like a man, you know what I'm saying? I see them today. Oh, sorry. I'll finish.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I see her today.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling with coworkers who are playing ping pong.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sink behind them where you can wash your dishes there. She's having lunch with her man. They conspicuously walk out behind to the sink where I can see them, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, and this could be superficial thinking on my part, but it's yo, that's you know what I'm saying? Yo, okay. I mean,
is this her man?
I strongly assume so.
Why? What makes you say that?
They were a unit. I've seen them before. I've seen them drive off together.
Okay. How long ago was this?
A couple weeks ago. That's part of the reason I didn't want to make the ask, because I was seeing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Shout out to Xavier. Thank you for the $10 on the Cash App, baby. Appreciate you. Now, let me ask you this. Before you decided and she was flirting with you, did you know for sure that was her boyfriend, or this was something that when you said to me that you think she has a man, that was had she been flirting with you before that?
She'd been flirting with me before and since that, and I'd seen them meet in the parking lot and get giggly and walk away to the car together.
Right.
And then
Okay. So, but what I'm,
last year.
but I want you to, I guess the point I'm trying to make to you is that the reason why this is probably a lost opportunity is because you didn't pull the trigger when you had a shot.
But she was with, I think she's been with that dude. Like, that dude has been, I strongly suspect that she's been with that dude.
How do you know that?
I've seen some stuff. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Social media and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Are you stalking this bitch on social media?
No.
So how would you see if you wasn't on her social media?
I feel like this. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, but I'm going to say I strongly push back against the fact that I didn't ask to her, because she was flirting with me up until I asked. You feel me?
Yeah, and she's flirting after.
Well, I'm not really trying to bump into her like that, so I don't know. I asked yesterday.
I get that. My point to you, I just wanted to make this clear that, okay, the first thing is that you don't know when it was official. He was probably shooting his shot. Maybe it wasn't official. I mean, if she's, huh?
Well, you have to trust me, Dante. Just trust me on that, okay?
Okay, all right. But I mean, they could have been fucking around. It may not have been official. Whether or not she was fucking with him or not. I mean, there's no way you would know that unless you asked her.
Yo, and can I chime in, man?
I know.
What'd you say, Juan?
Yeah, listen, man. You ever heard the saying that women?
I can't hear him.
You can't hear him? No. You gotta talk louder, Pun.
Yo, you can't hear me, bro?
No, I just hear nothing.
You don't hear nothing.
Oh man.
You know what? Good. Say what you was gonna say, and then I'll pass it off to him, Pun.
He can't hit me?
No.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say women olive branch, man. They're always shopping for.
Yeah, a woman. He's saying a woman is always trying to upgrade.
Right.
And
I don't disagree with that.
And so even if she had a man, so here's the thing you got, Pun. I don't know. Can y'all in the chat? Can y'all hear Punisher or no?
Yeah, Xavier says he can hear me.
Yeah, but the caller can't hear you.
Gotcha.
So hold on, let me see if I could.
Yo, sorry, Dante. Orator Prince. Fuck off. This nigga said it's the caller gay. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga.
What happened?
This dude, Orator Prince.
Stop. Don't even look at the chat.
All right.
Okay, yeah. David Harvey also says he can hear me. So must be something with the calls.
Yeah, let me see something. Let me change something real quick. Let's see if we could do that. And if y'all can't hear me, let me know. All right. Can you still hear me, A?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me in the chat? Give me a thumbs up right now if y'all hear me in the chat. It would be a fun segment. Can y'all hear me in the chat? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, okay. All right. Can talk, Pun. Let me hear if he can hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I got nothing.
Nah, he got nothing. All right, you have to talk to me, Pun, because I don't know what's going on. But what I want to say is that here's what I'm saying. This is why you have to move forward. You don't know what the situation is, and even if she's still flirting now, so here's my thing. I mean, we can look at this two ways, right? Maybe this dude ain't really what you think it is. Maybe there's a situation where she's still trying to upgrade. But if this is my girl, right, and she's flirty and all like that. That's making me feel some kind of way.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, if that was your girl and she was, if you were dating her and she was just flirting with the other dude, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck is up, right?
100%.
Now, that could be, so I think you have to, this is something that I talk about a lot of times when you're talking about with women, guys will be like, I'll get calls with guys who be like, yo, my girl, she likes hanging out. She hangs out with her friends and she comes in late and da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, you're right. Great and powerful. You said when she said you look good, you should have went with it then. but you're right. But he, well, you live and learn. But my point is, I guess what I'm saying is, you have to understand what the constitution of somebody is, right? Meaning, like I've had guys, I mean, like I just feel like if you're in a situation where you're dealing with somebody and you have these questions, you have to ask yourself what is the person's constitution? What kind of person they are they? Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, but one of the things about me and Punisher we've both been in situations where we have seen people do things way out of character, or maybe things that we didn't even think people that we know would do certain things, and then they did. Where guys that did, I mean, we have a friend of ours who's like, he was doing gay porn where we never even thought like there was no inkling, but the opportunity came. And so you'd be surprised what people will do given,
some kind of variable.
Given certain conditions, people will act out of character. And sometimes given certain kind of conditions, given certain kind of situations, then the people will not only act out of character, but they will also, they'll show you what their real character is, So that there's that as well, But my point being is that you're not gonna know that till you know that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna know what somebody's true character is until you can really get their true character. You know what, Pun?
Yo,
I got an idea. You see this QR code on my left side?
Yeah, I see it.
Come up, hook your phone up to that.
Hook my phone up.
And I should be able to get your vocals through there. I just don't know if we can all happen at once, but we'll see.
Can the chat still hear me? Can the chat still hear me?
Yeah, he can't, but the phone call can't hear you.
Gotcha.
So if you're trying to implement, if you're trying to put your 2 cents on that, you can't. So anyway, what I'm saying is, like, you don't really know what somebody's constitution is until you get to know them. And sometimes the person that you like, oh, she changed or he changed. And sometimes the thing that you think they changed to is who they were in the first place. But you're not going to know that. The only thing that can fix that is time that you know the true nature of somebody. So, it's a little unsettling that she's got a man. She's like, I got a man, but she's still flirting with you. It could be that you that dude that she really likes. It could also be that she's just a trifling chick who just, that's how she gets down. But you don't know that. And you always have to kind of assess that with time, if that makes sense.
Okay, to your point, like...
Pun, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Can you hear him out?
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta turn that other shit off, whatever the fuck, and just talk to me on that. Can you mute?
Yeah, I can mute.
And you're gonna have to just use your phone. I'll just use your face and your phone. I don't know what kind of delay it's gonna be. Because I'm hearing double talk. I'm hearing a double talk.
Yeah, some feedback.
In your
Is it double now?
No. Wait. Yeah.
Is it double now?
I'm hearing it. It's just a delay from when I'm talking to you. You gotta, what you can do, Pun, is you can just mute. Hold on. Did he get cut off? Oh no, somebody else calling in. Just mute everything on your end and just talk through the phone specifically. Fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that right now.
All right. And
Yo.
Yeah, so but it takes time to really know the nature of people and how they're gonna get down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that just takes time. But how do you feel about the fact that you pulled the trigger?
I feel it's like, I'm actually that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult to to reconcile why was I afraid to ask this girl out? You know what I mean? Like she was choosing for a reason.
Right. Well,
she didn't make the choice for me because of an existing constraint, but that's not my fucking fault. Like she know what she was doing.
right.
Like,
So you sound way more confident than you were before.
yeah, because like I just know because I came to work. Like I'm still like attraction doesn't diminish. I'm still that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever had me drawing me to her in the first place didn't go away.
Yeah.
I mean, I may have asked her out, so it's more concrete. But like I didn't walk around like a fucking puppy, a sad fucking puppy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing me, man. Like I'm still doing me, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I don't want to think. It's like it is kind of trifling when you think about it. Like you got a man. And you following another nigga around. Like,
Yeah, but you don't know. She might have been waiting for you, and you maybe didn't pull it. There's a whole. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't make that thing a thing yet. Anyway.
Right.
Am I still echoing?
No.
No, we can hear you.
No, they can hear you.
No echoing. Yo, let me chime in real quick, man.
Yeah.
You shouldn't play the moral police for whatever decision a woman makes.
Exactly.
Yeah, women. It's nothing wrong with being interested in one person at a time, and you definitely caught her eye. So you have to take that as a win. Now, if she's the type of woman that she's a cheater and she has moral character
Flaws.
Yeah, that's her choice. But everything that I heard was you were lined up to be
the guy,
a side guy, the guy, whatever you chose to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you would have said something slick like when she said, I got a man, well, you say, well, you can have friends.
Mm-hmm.
She would have said, where do you want to go?
Mm-hmm.
What restaurant? That's why she continued the conversation.
Yeah. Pun, you gotta mute all of your sound coming out the bottom and just deal with what's on the phone specifically. And I'll just leave your picture up, okay? Turn your volume down on the whole computer down and you can hear me through the phone, right?
Yeah, I hear you through the phone.
Yeah.
I was hearing you through the headphones. That's why I was surprised you can even hear that.
You know what we could do, Pun? You could just come in, go back out and come in through the link on your phone and just use your phone.
Yeah, but is that better right there?
Testing. Yeah, I can
testing.
Y'all hear the delay in the background? You hear the delay?
No, he's good. I can hear him.
Okay. All right. It's just me hearing it.
Let
Okay.
me ask fun. So are you saying that, because I just took it chill. I was like, all right, I was a little disappointed, but are you saying that like when she's like yapping about the restaurant and all this shit, like she's...
Yeah, why would she ask that? Why would she ask that?
Of course, but when she was asking you about the restaurant and all of that, man, she was kicking tires to see if you were okay with her having a boyfriend. You just got caught up in whatever rejection and disappointment you felt, and you just missed that. But when she continued the conversation with you, that was the gauge, as far as my opinion, that was the gauge to see if you were okay with her having a guy.
Yeah.
Isn't that messy though?
It's messy if it's messy. You're not gonna know it's messy till you in it.
I'll be the first to admit I am the universal side guy. I prefer to be the side guy. So I get those cues immediately, and when a woman has a man and she's not interested, any conversation about y'all having a date is over.
Yeah.
After she lets you know she has a man.
Yeah,
she continued the conversation. To me, that was her kicking the tires to see how receptive you was to playing the game.
Yeah.
So you think I could still make some shit happen, or what?
Probably.
I think you can still make it happen immediately.
Yeah.
What would you guys do?
Don't ask me, bro.
Let's dirty ass Pun tell you.
Yeah, you ask me. I'm all for in it to win it, man.
All right, man. All right. All right. I thank you for this is great context because I wasn't thinking about it like that. I'm at work. I'm professional. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to, but
Yeah, but that pussy ain't professional.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look.
Big shout to Theo. $10 from Theo on the Cash App. Thank you, Theo. You're the best. I could yap about this all night, so I'm gonna get a competition going, and then Dante, we can yap
All right, that works. We got to fix that other shit anyway.
I appreciate the tough love from last week. That's really what made me do it. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
Later. Punisher, how often do women cheat at male stripper parties, bachelorette parties? I can't hear you, Pun. Are you still connected? I don't think you're connected on the phone, B. Pun, I don't think you're connected. You might have to come back in. Anyway, yeah. Well, just so you know, that happens immediately and all the time. Nah, you gotta scan the QR code, Pun. You don't. Hey, Pun. You know you could just set up you could just go back out and come back in on your phone. You heard me? We can't hear you at all now. Anyway. Well, Trixie says she's not messing with nobody at work. Yes, Trixie, because you're a girl and you don't need that messiness, especially if you got a man. And guys get super possessive with women a lot of times, and it becomes a problem. So yeah, I would say, I would say, yeah, that becomes a difficult thing. Hold on, let me call this one. Let me see if I can get him back in. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll have his shit hooked up. Let me see. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it that you want to be professional and stuff, but I also get that like people do what they do, but also when you're a woman, I always say this all the time. When you're a woman, the rules are different. Anybody tell you it's the same thing? It's not, because you're in a situation where you have to be careful. Guys get crazy. You give a Trixie, you give a dude a little slice or something, and then he's losing his mind. Angela's in the building. What up, baby? How you doing? That's fucking that. Pun's not even picking up his phone. He don't want to talk to me. Yeah. Yo, that's FaceTime. That ain't gonna work. Can you just go on your phone, get the link off your phone, and use your phone? See if that works. All right, bet. All right, go back out. Leave from the computer and everything. You got a call. Let's get this. Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
My name's Ricky.
What's up, Ricky? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How can I help you, bro?
Yeah, I found you. I don't know if you remember, we did this interview with the bagel guy, the bagel boss guy.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
I found you through him. I saw it like 2 days ago.
Well, that was a while ago. That guy had a stroke.
Yeah, I know. I know he passed away, but I really liked the interview. I feel like you, I thought you were just a comedian, but you're more of like a advice kind of guy. So
yeah.
I subscribed to your channel, and I've been seeing your videos and stuff. So
well, if you notice, I really was trying to help him. When it came down to it.
Yeah, I could see that. But I feel like you gave him grace. But some people are just like, I don't think he took that advice you were giving him too much.
Oh no. I mean, because I had seen him. So if anybody knows, the big, what was his name? It was a little short dude, right? And he went viral because he kept fighting with people in restaurants and stuff. Because he was a little dude. Hold on. Big shout out to Alex. Thank you for the $5 on the Cash App. Hold on.
Because 2 girls called him short, and then he flipped out on them.
Yeah, and he did that a bunch of times. Hold on, give me 1 second. Alone. Let me just send him that text message. So, Yeah, it's so yeah, but he I was trying to help him because he could have learned more about him. He needed to learn more of himself. Like he was so insecure about everything that he just like he was just so angry and he was so insecure about his height. He was so sensitive that anytime anybody said something about his height, he would just freak out. You know,
that's what my call was kind of about, like, and that's why I kind of wanted your advice, like, kind of like in his case, it was like you kind of told him to be more confident and like, but how, like, for example, me, let's say if I don't have like, because I saw the interview and I think you were 100% right, like, if someone disrespects you, if a girl disrespects you, then you kind of got to be like, all right, like, if you don't like it, then that whole cheeseburger thing.
Yeah.
Like I can just drive you home. But the thing is, like, how do you have that kind of attitude if you don't have like a lot of chicks on your roster? You know what I mean?
Well, that's the whole point. The whole point is you have to get women on your roster. Like the point is you can't fake whatever the truth is, if that makes sense. Like you can't fake confidence. You got to be confident. So if you listen to this show, you got it. I teach you how to gain the confidence. I teach you how to gain the confidence based on work. Give me 1 second. Pun. The link that I sent you in the email.
Yeah, no, I was on.
Oh, you was on. Do that again, but use your phone as the camera.
Okay, it doesn't show me like a camera. It just shows me I'm on. Like I'm still on right now.
Not the what I'm talking about is not the QR code. I'm talking the actual email link.
Oh, got you. Let me do that now.
All right, cool. I mean, cut me off your thing and then go straight in on the link, and just use your phone for everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is this: you have to understand that. And all right, we're gone. You have to understand that you can't fake it. Like women have this ability to tell when you're lying, no matter what the case is, right? They're never unaware of the fact that there's no y'all hear me? Yes, I'm on the mic. Y'all don't hear me? Oh shit. So what I'm saying is you can't fake it. Like if you're insecure about yourself, we have to fix that first. Because a woman can tell when you are insecure. You want Pun?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me put these. I'm gonna get my headphones set up. That'll work better.
Yeah, but you got to cut off the computer. I still got you on the computer, kid. Cut off the computer. Yeah, so you have to fix all of that. You just can't fix part of it. You know what I mean? You have to get options in order to be, in order to deal with those options. You can't fake it. You can't act like it's something that it's not. You can't act like if you're lying, they'll know that you're lying. It's just a matter of time, no matter what you could. So you can't fake it. You got to back up a little bit, Pun. So what I would do is I put you through the whole 5 bricks thing, and then we build your confidence on a basic level, one step at a time. You feel me? Hello? Oh, I lost him. Shit. Call back, bro. Call back. Sorry. This is a nightmare today. This is your fault, Pun.
Yeah, it's my fault. My bad, but we good
Can
now.
y'all hear Pun now one more time? Can y'all hear? Say something, Pun. Count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's fair enough. I mean, I can go one more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they can hear you now, but if not, we gonna go because I'm okay. Yeah, I hear you. We hear you. Okay, cool. Let's go. So what I was telling is, so there was this guy who, there was this guy. It was this little dude. I mean, he went viral because a girl would call him short, and then he would fucking freak out and want to fight and all kinds of shit. And what would ultimately happen was he would go viral, and they would videotape, and then he'd be cussing him out. So I wish I had to remember his name. I think it was the Bagel Guy or something, right? But he was a little dude, right? But Pun, we know. You remember what you call it? Deep Stroke.
Yeah.
Deep Stroke was not much bigger than him, and he was not handsome, but he stayed pulling. But he was just confident. I mean, he was he was so confident. He was arrogant in a way, and he used to wear a mask, and then sometimes he would take. Yes, he did chest bump somebody, and they're talking about it in the comment. So but he's a little dude, but he just was so angry, and he was so he had gotten teased so much, in because he was so short, and he just was like, he as soon as somebody said something about him being short or something, he used to fly off the handle. And yes, Bagel Boss, that's the guy. You remember him, Puttin?
Nah, not really. Nah.
If you Google, well, don't Google it now because I don't want you to fuck up the goddamn technical. But yeah, Google. But he used to argue. But I did a podcast with him, and I talked to him, and he was like really listening to me. But it just, the minute he got out the game, he was like, once he got out in the streets again, and somebody would say, "You little shrimp," and he would lose his. He loses shit again, right? Maybe cussing people out. Also, the phone lines are open, 929-269-4922. He did not have baby arm styles and body. He just was a little dude. It's not like he had baby arms. Divine, you too. You doing this too. Come on, stop roasting this dude. He's dead. But he literally was fighting so much. He was so angry that he actually gave himself a stroke. Just crazy.
Crazy.
But I mean, I had tried to counsel the dude, and I felt like I felt like I was getting to him, but it's just you just can't change people's thinking. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today too that we didn't even get to. Phone lines are open too, but one of the things is you got to understand there's all the shitty behaviors and all the fucking what I call the stinking thinking that we have. You spent years of your life, reinforcing those tropes where your insecurities, the fact that just talking about Anthony. Anthony is like, I don't know, I think he was 29, but I think it's a situation where you go through your life thinking these things about yourself, and people tell you it, and then you reinforce it, and then you feel uncomfortable because somebody else says it, and then you go your whole life thinking, oh, I'm short and I'm worthless and stuff like that. And what happens is very rarely do you even look at the people who are criticizing you. You don't even look at them and go, look, this punk motherfucker, look at this motherfucker. Like what is he doing with his life? It's crazy when I talk about that, because you get that from your parents a lot of times. Your parents will want, and not all the time, but sometimes, they'll want the best for you. But even in the process of them wanting the best for you, they haven't figured out how to get their life together. Their life is in shambles and shit. Even if you got both parents, they're fighting and yelling at each other, and they, don't know how to communicate and stuff. And then meantime, they're telling you ain't shit. And then you're, I'll tell you a quick story. My mom, God bless her dead, and I love her to death. She was a sweetheart, but she was also human. I come in the house one day and she goes to me, oh, your cousin Bobby went to law school. And that's cool. I'm not sweating him. I'm happy for him, And she goes, oh yeah, you would have made you would have made a good lawyer. And I go, yeah, whatever, right? So she goes, did you ever think about going to law school? So she keeps nagging me about this, right? So instantly, because of the fact that I read subtext in relationships and I read subtext when it comes to women, I know what my mom is doing. What my mom is ultimately saying is, you're an intelligent dude. Why didn't you become a lawyer? But what she doesn't understand is what she's also saying is what you're doing now is not good enough, right? So, because she wants to be able to say my son is a lawyer. Oh, my son Dante is a lawyer because it gets her. But and sometimes I'm a little harsher than I should be. But okay, but it's honest. I was like, listen. I told my mom, I said, don't ever tell me about him and his law school again, okay? I go, I don't give a fuck whether he went to law school. I go, not only that, I go, did my cousin take his mother to movie premieres? Did she meet Terrence Howard? Did she meet Channing Tatum? Did she go, you know what I'm saying? My mother met Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle just through knowing the people that I knew, and there was, I have a check my Instagram, follow, subscribe and follow my on Instagram. But I had a Jeep with 37-inch tires and a 5-inch lift, but I put steps on the electrical steps so that my mom could ride in the truck with me, even though it was too high. So I was always thinking about her and always making her a part of my life, but it didn't really matter because why? Because she had just got this notion about this guy, that one of my cousins who wanted to be a lawyer, and he had went to law school. And what she was really saying was, you're not good enough. I know that's not what she meant to say, right? But that's what she was saying ultimately, is that you're not good enough. And I said to her, listen, like my mom came from the South. My mom was from the South, and she was, my mom had an 8th grade education because back in the old days, my dad had less than that. And so they always, I said, look, Mom, if you want to be a lawyer, go back, get your GED. I just want to see what your G, go get your GED and go to law school. Big shout to Mr. Slide. $5 on the chat. Thank you, bro. I didn't hear his, damn, I didn't read his thing yet. Shit. Let's see if it came up on the comments. What the heck? What are you doing, Punisher? What the fuck are you doing now?
I'm here. What are you talking about? What happened?
But something else came in. Anyway, so I said to my mom, I said, if you wanna be whatever, if you want to go to law school, go to law school. But I'm not interested in going to law school, And I think what happens is people just, they feel inadequate on their own, and then they put it on you. And now I gotta feel a certain kind of way because why? Because because she wants me to be she wants to be able to just say, I want my son is a lawyer. And I was like, yo, go get your GED and go be it if you really want a lawyer. Because I'm doing what I want, because it also negates you. But don't get me wrong, I don't want it to be misunderstood that my mom was mean, because my mom was not a mean person. Yes, absolutely, they favored my sisters over me, but which was also fucked up. But she wasn't mean, and she was a sweet lady. But a lot of times our parents say these things to us that really rock our world and make us feel inadequate. And they don't even know it because, let's be honest, the conversations that we're having on this podcast and that we've been having on these lives and are conversations that most people are not even having. They don't even have the emotional maturity or acuity to have that conversation. So, you have to, okay, here it is. Hold on, let me get this. Got a $5 super chat. So you got to differentiate between when people are, what they're doing is they're chipping away from your confidence because they got their own, they got their own shit going on, and that has nothing to do with you, Let me do this. Mr. Sideways says, Dante, what in your opinion gets you farther? Good looks, confidence, charisma. I believe if you can get both, you're a superstar. Pun, you want that? You want to take that?
So I don't think it's that simple. Obviously, the part about if you got both, you're a superstar. But I think it's circumstantial in terms of what gets you further. It's me as a guy who has relied on my looks the majority of the time. It can work wonders if you just shut up, if you just don't talk too much.
Yeah.
You just if you're gonna rely on looks, you got to shut up.
Yeah.
You got to shut up. The less you say, the better it works. Obviously, if you're visually challenged,
Yeah.
the charisma or whatever
You gotta
has to
sell
be
it.
on point. You got to sell it. Yeah.
You gotta sell it. But I think also what happens is when the confidence. So maybe we should have this conversation too, because what happens, the conversation, and when you talk about confidence, is where does confidence come from? Confidence comes from the hard work. Hold on. Let me go through the comments real quick since we don't have a phone call. I don't know. Women love to hook up with male strippers. That thing going on. I thought was only men. Oh no, they. Women are probably more sexually repressed than men in a lot of ways. Men express it outwardly. The difference is, what you have to understand is when you're a stripper, the opposite is true, that you are considered an object. And so, I've had girls who, wanted to get peed on, would ask me, but they wouldn't ask their husband or they wouldn't ask their boyfriend because they figured you're so accessible and so sexual that you can't judge them. So they'll ask you to do shit with them that they won't ask to do with anybody else, Even if you check out Punisher's book, Freezer Meat, one of the things he talks about is how he got to the point where, where this chick wanted the Punisher. Go ahead. I'm telling your story. Go ahead. You tell him.
Yeah, listen, when you're male strippers automatically bring the fantasy aspect out of women. And if you understand women, sex and their whole being is 80% in their head. We're more physical and visual, and everything to them is in their head. So the fantasy aspect takes it to the next level. So I had one chick that dealt with me, as Dante referenced to, strictly because my name was the Punisher. And she had this whole fantasy thing in her mind that she was supposed to experience with me. That wasn't really how I rolled, something I could do, but wasn't how I rolled. And that became just a terrible situation for me. But it's really, really...
Right, because you created a persona that wasn't necessarily who you were.
Exactly. It was just a character to be a male stripper. Actually, a character that you put me onto. It wasn't even something I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And then she got caught up in the fantasy of it, and I've been pursued for that for forever. And just to piggyback on why women deal with male strippers, women typically want what other women want. So if you were ever in that environment at the strip show, it's lopsided. It's 10 guys and 500 girls. So if you're one of those 10 guys, because all that attention's on you, a woman who would see you in the supermarket and not look twice at you will now desire you and want you because all the other women do. So that's a big reason why it happens also.
Let me elaborate on that too. I give you an example. I remember when Jay-Z first came out, everybody was calling him Joe Camel. That he looked like Joe Camel. And then all of a sudden when he got Beyonce and when he was like messing with Aaliyah and all these other hotties, everybody's like, oh, so what's up with him? And then everybody was like, yo, he's sexy or he's this or that. But I remember specifically when they were talking about how funny looking he looked. And then, and people will say, it was the money that changed it, but it wasn't. I mean, he also had a lot of swag. Like he didn't talk a lot. When he did talk, he was very thoughtful about what he said. It's like what you said is like he wasn't selling it, but he had become such an iconic figure, and he was quiet, and so he was mysterious, but he was also bagging chicks, and women look at the woman, who's fucking with who. I remember going to a party, like I was dealing with these two chicks together, and I went in this party, and I had both, like I'm sitting up in this chair, high back throne, and I got one on each knee, and they're going, the other girls are like, what's up with him? Like, why they look so happy? I want a slice of that, because it's a situation where women confirm the fact that you're appealing, and whether it's a subconscious thing or not, it's sort of like, we think he's hot, now he's hot. Now I see Trixie says, Jay never was attractive to me. I get it, but I'm saying there's a lot of women who look to other women for the validation of who's cool and who's not cool. But I would say this: I've heard women talk about how sexy Jay was when I remember when they were in the beginning, before he had money. And I'm not saying that the money doesn't have an effect on it, but let's be honest. The whole Diddy thing, the fact that Diddy had goons that were running around chasing and stalking Cassie and other women that were interested in her, shows that with all of the things that we think is supposed to put you on the top of the heap, which is the Bentleys, the cars, the private home, the private jets, the trips to Paris and all of that. He was still, every day he was afraid to not be in control of her, even to the point where he hired Punisher to sleep with her, so that even if she thought she was gonna cheat, he would have some control over it. He would have dominion over it. So, I mean, if you could talk to that point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I'll be the first to say, if you think material things and status is enough to keep your woman happy, you're completely wrong. That's a wicked game, and really, how your woman views you and it's specifically, she has to view you as the guy she wants, and you can destroy that. Just your money and your status and stuff is not going to keep that solid. You just got to learn the game. That's why you're on this podcast right now, trying to learn the intangibles that really matter to keep your woman's focus on you. But those other things, they're nice. They're holding pattern. They make her feel spoiled, but that's not going to stop her from creeping on you if you're not on point with the other aspects.
Yeah, she'll find somebody else. Big shout out to Alex Salas. Thank you for the $5. Also, big shout out to Musinden. I hope I said that right. $11 on the Cash App. Also, Kyle Brown, thank you for the $10 on the Cash App.
Spirit to Mike been under a rock. He's like, hired Punisher to what?
He didn't know. He don't know who you are.
Don't even know what's going on, man.
So, Spirit, Punisher was the guy who Puff Daddy hired to have sex with Cassie. Over and over and over.
Yeah, for 2.5 years.
For 2.5 years, he was paid to sleep with Cassie with the Diddy trial. He actually testified in the Diddy trial. And his book is U534N. He says, In Search of Frisian Meat is his book. You got a copy of the book? Show the cover of the book, Reed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Show the cover of the book.
This is Ant. What up, Ant? How you doing? How much did he pay? I think, what was it, $2,000?
$2K a pop.
$2K a pop, right?
$2K a pop.
Phone lines are open, 929-269-4922. Man, I'm sorry about all the technical difficulty. I appreciate you. I feel like we're on point now, but I mean, I'm sorry. It just makes the whole show convoluted. And there were so many things that I wanted to talk to. I mean, I kind of got to it, but what I was really wanting to talk to is about, we have to understand that our parents a lot of times didn't have the sophistication, the emotional sophistication to raise kids. I mean, we're talking about this whole idea of therapy and people, being certain types of people or whatever is something that it really it's new. Like going to therapy and whatnot is very new. It's a very new phenomenon. And if you're not aware of that this is a new phenomenon, I mean, you just got to know that it didn't happen all at once. It was a process of where people decided that, just recently we've decided that, people need to fix their trauma. And so often we find in a situation where you people haven't even identified the trauma a lot of times. So they're just working in a situation where they have this trauma and fear. That's what happened to Ant. Ant is in a situation where he felt people have said things and then you internalize this. And so when you start doing the consultations, let me put that up real quick. The consultations is a situation where you're literally talking about it's like you can't just fix it. I mean, it's such an it becomes such an infected wound, right? That you got to flush that wound out. And sometimes you got to get some antibiotics, and we got to figure out where your head is and what causes those insecurities before we even get to the point where you start getting laid. Because if you move too fast, right, what happens is you make these mistakes. And then as you make the mistakes, because making mistakes is you take it personal. You take it personal, and because you take it personal, now it's all a problem. It all becomes a big problem because it's like I knew it all the time. I wasn't good looking enough. I didn't have enough value. I didn't this and then you revert back all the way back to the same things because this programming that you. Who's this? Let me see. This is Ish. Let's see what we got here. Yellow? Ish, you there? I don't know, I lost him. All right. You get this damage and stuff, and it's so innate because of the fact that it's so repetitious that it becomes a part of how you perceive yourself. And just one consultation is just not going. I can tell you what's wrong, but what's going to happen ultimately is you're going to go back to the same old shit, and it takes time for you to get to the point where it sticks. I mean, even if we talk about any habit that you're trying to break, or any and the good habits that you're trying to keep, it takes time to program yourself in a place where you actually can let these better behaviors happen naturally. But it's just not going to happen all at once. I mean, I would love to tell you that that's how it works, but it just doesn't. And so often there is so much negative programming around you, it's hard for you to escape. So one of the things I was talking to the guy who fell off, who was asking questions about the bagel boss. Where does the confidence come from? The confidence comes from the work that you put in. I remember, like, I didn't feel comfortable even when I was stripping. I didn't feel comfortable in there. I was still nervous. It took how long did it happen for you, Pun, until you just didn't have the anxiety?
Man, it probably took. I don't think the anxiety completely went away for at least a year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
And
me,
how
it was
many?
every time I changed like a routine or something like that, the anxiety would come back.
Yeah, yeah. We also, and we was a little different because like it was funny. We were talking about this the other day when we was hanging out. How you were like very rehearsed. Like
Yeah.
every piece was very rehearsed. Where I kind of, once I got the idea, I was like free flowing. I was just all over the place, like improv and whatever the fucking I could just kind of like with comedy, like there's comics who are very rehearsed. Every joke that they do, they work it out word for word, the tempo, the timing, and then there's other people who just kind of flow.
Mm-hmm.
Call from
Tony Sway.
to accept, press.
Tony, what's going on? Where you calling from, Tom?
Mr. T, what up, Dante?
What's going on, baby? How are you?
I'm good, man. Look, you was right about the advice about the threesome. It didn't go there.
Yeah.
I got scared all the way up to the point where she picked the lady from therapy. I was like, oh, that lady, she crazy like you.
So
and then she wasn't looking like good, so I was like,
so did it go left or did it just not happen?
It just like it's because of me, and then she been bitter since then.
Oh, she's mad now.
Yeah, she's mad as a motherfucker.
Now, who is your significant other?
It was really I was gonna have it with the baby mom,
Mm-hmm.
but it was on my bucket list. It was on my vision board.
Yeah. Just so you know, I don't believe in none of that. Bucket list, vision board, none of that.
Look, it's cool. Look. Me, I'm like, I think I'm ADHD and shit. So really, whether it's a vision board, and then my vision board ain't got no pictures. It's just a bunch of sticky notes I got on the wall.
Mm.
So it's like making a list.
Right.
Because I'll forget, and then I'll be like, dang, I'm just not doing this shit I said I was going to do 20 years ago.
Right.
And then, like, now, it came right down to it. And now, my confidence back low. I've been falling off. And now, I've been talking to studs at work.
Now, let me ask you this. Did she propose this, or did you propose this threesome?
I told her straight up. I said, just like if you said, hey, you supposed to be a man and follow through on what you say. So everything else in my life, I've been doing it, and it's been fruitful. But when it comes to this one thing, I told her, I said, this is what I need to be 1,000% with you. Then she said, okay.
Wait, you told her what? Wait, hold back, rewind. You told her what?
I said, you give me the three. I said, you can move in, we can get back together, and then, but I need this three. And then she was like, okay, I got somebody. I'm like, ooh, then I got scared. And then I was like, okay. And then we back,
And now she mad as hell.
She mad as hell. And then she like, she's super Christian. She like, oh, I can't believe I allow you to come between me and my God. I'm like, look, I didn't even say nothing about this.
Between you and her God, or is she?
When she said that, I knew it was over. I was like, oh, yeah, it's over. And then I was like, don't do it if you don't want to do it. Because I only want to do it with somebody.
Yeah, but you understand that you gave her an ultimatum that she didn't want to do.
But no lie. From my inference, if I'm using that word correctly,
yeah.
She did this with her husband. She did way more stuff with her husband.
Yeah, but
and then she coming back to me, and then I'm like, Nancy goody two shoes. I'm like, look, I need that was JJ like more consistent, and it better be ignorant at least 3 or 4 times in a row, so where I'll be like, okay, dang, she working for it, but it seemed fake. So I was like, he seemed fake. I think I might have been being fake. And it just didn't.
But here's my thing. Here's what I'm saying that really don't make no sense. If you wasn't having sex on a 1-to-1 basis, what made you think that you were gonna have a threesome when she wasn't giving it to you the way you wanted to get it in the first place. Like, you gotta understand something. There's not, like, first of all, if you got a girl and she's into women, you don't want to ever have a threesome. You have a threesome, Punisher?
Yeah.
And let me ask you this: Do you like a threesome? Is that, I know that's a weird question to ask, but it's not. But when I ask it, people look at me like I'm crazy. But what do you like a threesome?
Nah, look, I'm gonna keep it 100. It was like I ended up dating a girl that had a girlfriend for about 6 months. Every time I had sex, it was fucking threesome. And
Right.
bro, it was about 2 weeks in, I was over it. It's just
You was
double the
over it.
work.
Listen,
double the work.
can you hear him, Tony? No.
What is that? That's because he had one. I want to see the grand from his side too. Then I can be like, oh, well, shit, there you go.
Well, yeah, but did you hear what he said? He dated a girl who already had a girlfriend, right? And so the girl was already into girls, and he was and how long did you date her, pardon?
Bro, this went on for like 6 months.
6 months. And every time you slept with her, you had to sleep with both of them.
Yep.
And how long did it take you to get tired of it?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, man.
Look, I want to know the work. Look, I've been talking.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
Tony, you got to understand something. If you don't even got her open to the point where she's wants to have one threesome, then you need to step your game up in the first place. You haven't even got. There's either two things. It's either you don't have, and I'm not shitting on you, but I'm saying either A, you don't have the skill to get her in that place where she wants to freak off like that, or B, she's just not about that. You got to understand something. You cannot make people do what they don't want to do. The only reason why Punisher did it for 6 months because this chick was going to be eating pussy anyway. It didn't matter. That was going to go on whether he was there or he wasn't there.
I got a stud, right? And no lie, she's poly.
She's what?
Girlfriend, a stud that I was messing with. Now she's poly, so she got a girlfriend in the major, but she threw me in the trick.
Yeah, but even that, if she look, you're barking up the wrong. If she's a stud, when she's fucking with you, unless you like getting pegged, she's looking for something different from you.
Yeah, but look, I tried to put it in. She was like, "No, I don't want to do that." I'm like, "Hey, what are we doing?" So we be halfway, and it's weird. And it's like, nah, and then she tried to put me in the trick bag. So I'm like, look, you got a whole girlfriend in the whole household. I can't,
Yeah,
I can't be doing all my money. I got a son and a mortgage.
Yeah, well, if you got a son and mortgage, you probably should live with the son and the mortgage lifestyle and stop looking for this other stuff. You got to understand something, man. It just you have to incite that. Either she has to have that in her already. You have to deal with somebody who already is fucking around and somebody approaches you. Otherwise, what you're doing, very rarely are you going to put somebody in a position where they're going to be like, this is great. And this is not what they, because if it was great, they would have done it on themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And listen, anything that you get a woman to do that's transactional.
You gotta speak up, Pun.
Yeah, you right. I hate to get it like this. Give it to me all. I get it.
Yeah, it's either if you not putting her in that realm where she wants to freak off. Now here's the thing: you could be putting her in the realm where she wants to freak off, and because she likes you so much, she don't want to freak off. She don't want to share you.
Yeah, that's funny. You right? Look,
my first wife was all about she didn't even like men. She only liked me. So she used to I would come home tired and she'd have some broad in the tub scrubbing this bitch down with a scrub brush, and I'd be like, Yeah, you want that until you get it. Trust me, dude.
I want to find out for myself.
Yeah, well, you gotta up you need to explore the intimacy of one woman and get that game right first. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you do it right, a chick who's really about that life, she'll suggest it to you. What you trying to do? Like, what if she said, what if you were in love with her and she was like, I really want to see some dude fuck you. You would be like, nah. Right? Wouldn't you say that? Yes. Okay, so what I'm saying, why is that so far-fetched? If you have any level of empathy, because that's not what you want to do. Hold on. Big shout to Ahmad for $11 and also big shout to Kyle Brown. Thank you for the $10. What I'm saying to you is, do you not understand that that's the same thing?
No, it's different. What I'm gonna do?
No, it is not. It's not different. It's different to you. If a woman doesn't want to eat pussy, she's not gonna eat pussy.
Well, most of them have, regardless of what they think. They thought about it and did it. It's just that I wouldn't do it.
That's not true, dog. It's just not true. You are going under some pretenses that you don't even know to be true. You would hope that that's true, but that's just not true. I know girls that have tried to let a girl go down on them and they didn't like. If they don't like that feminine energy, man, they just don't like that feminine energy. It's just, and it's you know what I'm saying. I'm not judging it either way, but I'm just saying. How old are you?
I'm damn near 40.
Yeah, man. Right there. Anybody who's in that age bracket has either done it and got past it or what?
That's why I'm like, damn, do I gotta play catch up?
No.
I don't know. Do I gotta mix with, like, let's say, when they hit a certain age, like 30 to 40, they undateable because their attitude so fucked up? Do I gotta start hitting it now? Like,
why don't you work on you being a better dude? Why don't you do that?
No.
Why don't you do that? Put the work in that. And I guarantee you, when you put the work in that, everything else falls into place. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Pretty much what you said last time, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, it don't. When I add the numbers up, they always come out the same. Numbers don't change. You know what I mean? When I do the audit is done because I know what I'm talking about. You know.
He gonna call back in a month talking about.
He gonna call back in a month and ask me, "But what about this threesome?" I mean, Doug, look, if that's the case, man, go be a passport bro and go experience. I'm gonna tell you, it ain't what you think it is.
I feel like all the way free if I go out and pay for both of them. If I pay for one of them, I feel better about myself. Does that make sense?
No, but I don't. I'm finished. Man.
No, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me.
What is it? What's that?
This is all about.
Let me know when you come to me.
All right, I was just there last year. I'll let you know. I'll probably be down there with Godfrey this year.
Oh,
all right. All right, brother. All right, bro. Appreciate you. It's a like you can't make somebody do what they don't want to do. Like it is as far fetched as your girl saying, "Yo, I think it'd be real sexy to see a guy pound you out from behind." Like it's the same thing. I know we don't think it's that way, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, my man heading into his sexual midlife crisis. he tried to get these things checked off, I'm not mad at him though, man. I'm not mad at him. Make it happen.
Yeah, I just think anybody. I don't know anybody. Let me see. I don't know anybody who has done threesomes, like, and didn't get tired of it.
Yeah, nah, it's a lot of work, man.
That's
Starts
4
out
titties.
great, but it's a lot of work, yo.
That's 4 titties and 2 vaginas and 2 assholes, and you got 2 hands, and you, man, I mean, it's all that, yo, it's all dope in the beginning. Then when you realize that they're looking, you got to understand that you have, your masculine energy has to be so pervasive that which means that you got to control that, you got to orchestrate it. You got to orchestrate all of it.
Yeah, bro. By month 4, I thought I was gonna catch carpal tunnel, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work, man. Like, it's crazy.
You know, it's not a lot of times not even enjoyable to you, because the one that you really want to give it to, like, you know, there's always one that you like it better, and then you pull it out and put it in, and it's like it's all in your head, fellas. I know I know you don't believe me, but it's all in your head, and it's really not that serious. When all is said and done, the best sex that you'll ever have is sex with a woman who wants to please you, and you want to please her, and y'all have both spent time and energy getting to know each other, what you like and what you don't like and how you like it. And there's a joy, there's an elation because of the fact that you want to please each other. And there's also a selfishness to the extent where you allow her to please you and she allows you to please her. And that give and take, and that balance of that give and take, when somebody really, really wants you, cares about you in a way, in an intimate way, that wants you wants to please you and wants to make you feel good, and they want you, and that exchange, and it's really something that I say this is difficult to even understand. There also has to be a certain level of selfishness too. Like, if you lay back and you let somebody give you head, you have to allow them to give you head. It's an openness, it's a vulnerable, and vice versa. If you giving a girl head, she has to lay back and you have to be in tune with that. You should be looking at. I tell dudes this all the time. I'm gonna get into the dirty. If you're not watching her diaphragm rise and her breathing pattern, if you're not paying to the I'll give you an example. Every guy who don't get no sex, they get in some ass and they just pound, pop, 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 pop. If the girl's thighs, let's say if you're missionary style, and the girl's thighs are pushing against your hamstrings, right? You're too deep. If she's pushing her legs against you, it's because she ain't ready. I'm not saying she won't be ready, but you have to take that in mind. She's regulating by the way the back of her hamstrings press against your quads. She's regulating how deep you go. As opposed, if she takes one leg and throws it behind her head and she's giving, and you can get to that too. You just got to be in a situation where you're paying attention, and when that happens. Hold on. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
Vladdy from Seattle.
What up, Vladdy? What's going on?
What's going on, Tay? What's going on, friend?
How can we help you?
I'm calling on behalf of a friend of my girlfriend, because she just went through a breakup, and like she's going through all those like typical, maybe it wasn't so bad things, but I wanted to give like details of it and help and and see if you can help me kind of make points to explain.
Is she on the phone or no?
No, it's just a story. Like, maybe I can relate to my girl and she can relate to her. But I do want to see if I can maybe hook it up to where she can come in here and, you know.
We won't. Thursday I'm rolling, but we'll be back. I'll be back live Sunday. But if you wanted to call in on Sunday, you can have her come on. But it's difficult. Put it like, look. First of all, it's dope that you calling to kind of give her some relief. She must look like shit, huh? She must be really going through it.
No, it's not even like, I don't think she's like bawling or anything like that. Like, not like
I mean, I don't know what happens behind closed doors, but it's more just like hearing the delusions of it. Like, it sucks to hear. I'm not even like super close to her. It's just like seeing another human being go through bullshit that personally is kind of a dumb thing to process. Or like the way she's processing it, I think is unintelligent, and I just want to be able to like give her a perspective that's different. Because I realized.
Okay, what? So she broke up with the guy. Why? She broke up with him, or he broke up with her?
Yeah. She would probably say it was mutual, but he was the one that had brought it up, and a bunch of the behaviors beforehand suggests to me, even from her mouth, suggests to me that he never even liked her.
He didn't like her.
That's what I'm assuming. So I'll give like certain details, like they live in different cities. They're both in Texas. One was in Houston, one was in Dallas. He moved away from, I think, a different state because they were talking over whatever the fuck, right? He moved to Texas, but he moved to an entirely different city while they're together, and he's not working at that time. So there's nothing tying him to go.
Yeah, he didn't like her.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, thank you. Right?
Yeah, but so she said it was mutual. Why are you in this situation with this delusional broad that doesn't want to know? She won't even recognize that somebody don't like her.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really. It's more like it's a fun philosophical thing for me. It's not like she didn't even live here, so it's like there's no space in it for me. It's just I like every time there's relationship discourse, especially with like somebody.
Here's what I would say: have her call, and then because there's question like if she had called me or she did a consultation, and I was trying to help her get over this breakup, right? There's certain things I would ask her that you're just not going to be able to answer. That would put this all in perspective where I would know how to move forward. You know what I mean? To be able to do it from, with the assumption is that maybe he didn't like her. I mean, you could kind of deduce that to a certain, but it's just so distant and it's so all over the place. I wouldn't be comfortable giving advice without having a hands-on kind of connection with her,
Absolutely.
So yeah, have her call in on Sunday, okay?
Yeah, what time would that be?
8 o'clock. That should be like 8 o'clock New York, 8 o'clock Eastern. Okay?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
All right, brother. Yeah, I don't really like doing that. Yo, my friend, body baba. Because I don't want to give bad advice. I don't want to give bad advice. I mean, and then I'm losing my own personal integrity when it comes to this, so I wouldn't want to do that. But the other thing is, it's interesting because when you talk to somebody, when I do it, and consultations, DanteNero.com, click on consult. DanteNero.com, one-on-one consultations. Y'all know what it is. Also, please follow us on anybody who's not on this live and who's not signed up for the Patreon. Please sign up for the Patreon for the bonus content. Me and Harry got some good shit coming up. Also, any particular the Patreon family is the ones that direct the Patreon content. So you send in a question and we do a whole show on that particular topic. So there's that. Also, don't forget the one-on-one consultations. DanteNero.com. Just click on consult. Also, we are maybe a week and a half for the merch, but I'm gonna the merch is the logo on sweatshirts, t-shirts. I hope y'all support me on that too, and let's get this movement going. I'm gonna have some new designs coming out with that as well. But yeah, it's also a situation where I need to, it's like trying to help somebody when when in this kind of generic way, just do this. That's one of the reasons why I don't do an online course, because everybody's a little bit different and everybody's situation is a little bit different. And if you don't address those subtleties, then you're really not going to help people. And the whole point, if somebody's going to spend some money with me and they're going to trust me enough to spend some money with me, I want them to have to be able to hang up the phone and go, man, I feel better because of this. I'm not all the way fixed, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I've been able to do that for the most part over and over again because I'm very particular. Also, But this is an interesting thing. Is like when I'm, people will call me up and they'll do the consultation and they'll ask them questions. And as I'm asking them questions, I don't know if anybody knows what the ink blot technique is. It's a psychological thing where you hold up the ink blots and you go, what does that look like? Yes, I peed on her. Mind your business. It was in the tub though, so it's fine. But what you have to understand is the same thing, same way I talk about women, and this is women, they know when you're lying. If they like you enough, they will overlook the fact. They will overlook the fact that you are lying because they want to get with you, and they'll overlook the red flags. But 9 times out of 10, they know. If they don't know now, they will know future. And in the future, this is why I don't believe in lying, because once you get caught out there lying or misrepresenting yourself, now you have no credibility. Once you have no credibility, there's no trust. When there's no trust, the relationship goes to shit. So you need to understand that in a real way. But when I'm asking questions, so it's this funny thing. I was asking this guy, I was doing a consultation, and the guy, he says he was doing the 5 bricks. And he says, yeah, I'm doing the 5 bricks. And I go, well, what did you observe from doing it? Right. And I go, did you do 5 a day every day? Yeah, I did 5 a day every day for a couple of weeks and so on. I said, did you miss any? He says, no. And he goes, well, I noticed that, the fear, anxiety moves away. But, he said sometimes women, half the women won't respond and then they have an attitude. And I'm like, fuck them. That's their problem. And da-da-da-da. And when I'm hearing these responses, what you're ultimately doing, this is what I mean by the poker tell. You're telling me that you are not laying the 5 bricks in a way where I call it non-transactional. You're laying the bricks with an intention. And then when you're laying the bricks with an intention, now something is at stake. Now you're worried about whether you win, if you're going to succeed, if you're not going to succeed. And then when you don't succeed, then you're angry because you don't succeed. Hold on a sec. So what you say basically tells me everything I need to know. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jose calling from Central Texas.
What's up, Jose? How are you, brother?
Hey, how are you? I have some unorthodox questions.
Sure.
I've heard you talk about getting your 5 in. Does that work if you're ethnic non-monogamous? Because I have got my 5 in and I don't feel that much better. Is
it 5 a day every day?
No.
Well, that's why it wasn't get 5 in and then you're done. Is that what that's what you thought it was?
I wasn't sure.
Okay. So it's 5 a day every day.
Okay, 5 a day every day.
Yes, it's non-sexual. Wait a minute. It's non-sexual. It's an honest compliment. And it is not, and you're not allowed, in the first phase, you're not allowed to get the telephone number.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I misread. I mean, the 5 cookies away. I'm so sorry.
You mean to get over. And you're, okay.
Yeah.
So what was the parameters of the breakup?
Honestly, like, BPD, I realize she's not normal. It's the BPD, emotions regulation. 5 years, she crashes out. Sometimes over jealousy. We've had a girlfriend together. She crashed out over that. Like, I wanted to move in with her. My son moved, and she didn't want that either. But if I dated, she didn't want that either. So it's like you pushed away every woman, and then when I want to move in with you, she didn't want that either. And then when I had to go out of state, she pressed the nuke and monkey branch. And I've gotten my 5, and I'm not over it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why do you like this girl?
Because she told me she accepted me, and she basically gave me all the passion and shit. She matched my energy. Like no one really ever.
Okay, and was she matching your energy when she crashed out?
No, I would leave her.
Was she matching your energy when she ran the other people away?
No.
Well, did she match your energy when you tried to move in with her?
Kinda. It made it worse. It's like it made it worse, and I know she has the internal dysregulation, and the trauma bond is so strong.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. When I ask you why do you like her, you wait. Let me finish. What you're saying, you're describing her as this horrible person.
We'd have so many wonderful adventures and experiences together, but then when she snaps in her brain, it collapses.
Okay, let me ask you something. Let's say you met a pedophile, right?
Oh, okay.
Nicest guy in the world. But, on the weekend, he fucks kids.
Oh, yeah, I would not like that.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, what you're doing is you're attaching yourself to the good part of it. And you're trying to say you're not attached to the bad part of it. What you don't understand is you got to eat the bone and the gristle. When you get that meal, you got to get the bone and the gristle. If here's something that I say sometimes. I say it all the time. If you're 95% trustworthy, that's the definition of a liar. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, yes, you've had good times with her. So did every other couple that ever got married. They've had good times. They've had bad times. Things change. And sometimes they never get back to what they were. If you look at a girl and you go, man, and she would be great. She would be the best girl ever if she had a different face, a different body. She exercised and she was nicer. We could do that all day. That's all speculation. You have to buy the house for what the house is appraised at the moment when you're making the purchase. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And now she's like flaunting this guy that she just met. Like she's just flaunting him all over, and she got cold with him.
And do you like that?
No, I don't.
So what I'm saying is you can't split the hairs and just say you like this and that and not. You have to take people in their whole in their entirety.
And I do accept things.
No, you don't. You don't like all of these things, and what you're basically saying. I mean, when I ask you what do you like about her, you're telling me what you did like about her in the past. What do you like about her now? Nothing.
I like her smile. I love her sense.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I love her.
Can I chime in real quick too?
Yeah.
Listen, one thing that I caught was when you asked him.
I've left her alone, and now.
Wait, I don't think he can hear you.
I guess he
can. You hear Punisher or no?
No, I can't.
Okay. Good. I Punisher. I'll say what you want to say, and I'll.
Just real quick. The first thing he said was, "She accepts me for me." Which means it's not about her qualities. It's some sort of issue he's having of his own value.
Right.
That's
right. Okay. So I'd say it like this. What do we like most about women? Their taste in men when they like us. That's what we like the most. We like the people that like us. So what I'm saying is this is, and Punisher hit it right on the head. This is a self-esteem issue on your part. You liked her because she validated you. And now that she's not validating you and she's validating somebody else, all of a sudden you're losing your mind. Now, here's the crazy thing about this. You have to this is why I say you got to put the work in on your own. You got to be the best version of yourself. And you can't when you get the compliments from somebody, this is a Maya Angelou quote. I forget the actual quote, but if you pick up the criticism, if you pick up the accolades, you got to pick up the criticism. What it means if you allow people to validate who you are, that's great when they love you. But when they hate you, you ain't shit. You understand?
Yeah.
So when you value yourself based on what other people think, you are always vulnerable to deal with what the vein of your existence. The vein of your existence is what other people think, and that is what the problem. This is not a problem about her. This is not about her getting over her. This is about you getting over you. This is about you building yourself up to a point where you think that you're valid. if somebody did all the things that you said to that she did, push your son away and push your girlfriend away and this, and then she's got a new guy and she's flaunting it at you, and this is somebody who is a problem. This is presently what the price is for this house that you're trying to buy. So what I'm saying is, this is a self-esteem issue on your part. This is a self-value issue on your part that you haven't dealt with. You gotta do a consultation.
Okay.
There's a definite problem here with your self-esteem and your self-value, and you're looking outside of it. The analogy I use, if I'm 7'7" and somebody comes up and goes, "Wow, you're tall," that is not that's not a compliment. That's just an acknowledgement of the truth. To the same token, if you're kind, if you're loving, if you're empathetic, if you're credible, if you're truthful, if you're all of those things, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who says that, big shout to Antonio. Thank you for the $10, bro. If you are those things and somebody tells you, "Wow, you're so kind," I go, "Thank you," but I already knew that because that was my intention. The problem is you're not intentful about who you want to be, and so when somebody validates you, you're flying off the handle. So what you're missing is not her. You're missing the validation that she's made clear that this is what you like, and she's a drug to you, and you don't even like her, honestly.
Minnesota, I do, because I love our fun. I love our adventure. I love spending time with her.
Yeah, all of those things are external to her. You didn't mention one thing about her that was good.
I love the way she sees the world.
Yeah, this is bullshit. It's bullshit. All of that's bullshit. What do you think? She's got a new boyfriend now, right?
Yeah, she
okay, so now she sees the world that this dude is better blowing that dude than being with you. Do you like that?
No, I don't.
Well, that is what it is it not?
You're right. Yeah, that's what she's doing now.
And no, but that is also who she is. Do you understand that?
You're right. It is who she is.
That's not, I'm not making that up. She's showing you. If she had said to you, "I like this guy better than you, and I don't want to fuck," you would have to take that, right? But because she didn't verbally say it, you keep looking for this. You keep trying to split ends to find your way to fit in a square peg into a round hole. But what you don't understand is her actions are telling you everything that you need to know.
You're right. She's done this for years, but she never monkey branded before.
Yes, she did. There's no way she changed into this person today. She might not have got around to this shitty part of her personality, but she's done it before.
And then she started smearing, and now and I know you mentioned in previous things, like eventually there's a conversation. Well, she started messaging my female best friend asking if she knew me, and I'm like, what the fuck?
All it is, look, the details of this, you're giving me these details if they matter. What you're saying is, what you're really telling me, here's what you're really telling me. I know somebody who doesn't care about me enough to treat me kindly. And I asked you, what do you love about it? And you tell her, the times that we spent, the time that we went to, all of this, none of that is happening. People change. I mean, look, and one day to work, you go outside, the sun is shining. The next day, there's a tsunami outside. You don't like the weather when it's a tsunami, so you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that people can't do things that are, that people don't have moods and people are change. Yeah, but when you're talking about when somebody goes from what you're saying to me is sheer bliss to somebody who's literally rubbing your face into rubbing your nose into some other dude, that's who she is. That's what she thinks of you. Do you like that?
No, I don't.
Well, then you don't get to pick which parts of her show out. You got to take her in her entirety.
And I was willing to. Like I
No, you weren't. She's doing it now. What do you mean? You were willing to. Look, all relationships have conditions. You were not willing for her not to fuck you and to fuck this other dude, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Well, that's what you understand that that's the parameters of the deal. That's the deal. She's going, I don't want to fuck you and I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to go fuck this other dude. Are you okay with that?
No, I'm not.
And she's like, I don't care. I don't care if you're not. So now what are you going to do?
Rebuild myself. I've been rebuilding.
And go find somebody who recognizes what your value is. But there's something, the simple fact that you're talking about rebuild myself, you don't rebuild yourself if you're already built. Somebody can they're either going to be what you got to figure out what your non-negotiables are and then never negotiate them. And you're not doing that. Okay?
You're right. I haven't thought about that. It's just I've been a mess over this. A little less so, but I've been a mess over this.
Just look, keep meeting people and moving forward. What you're feeling is not unlike any other mammal that pair bonds. When you're around somebody and you have sex with them and you smell them and you taste them and they touch you, and you know the tone of their voice, you know the tempo of their voice, you get attached to it. You get addicted to it. And then you attach that to a sexual relationship. Of course, you're going to feel a certain way about stuff. But that too shall pass. Okay?
Okay.
I promise you it will. And do a consultation and we'll figure. What we need to really find out is where the self-esteem is missing. Where that comes from.
I thought I had a self-esteem, but
not if you let somebody else evaluate who you are.
I didn't think of that. Thank you.
Okay. It's no problem, bro. I appreciate you calling. Keep listening.
Appreciate
you. Do the consultation. Book a consultation. It's fixable, though. You know?
Thank you. And I have been meeting a lot of people. I get my 5 in every day easily.
That's good. But there's something else going on underneath there. If you got a bullet hole and you didn't flush out the wound and you didn't get the bullet out, you still got infection that's eating away at your value, you know?
You're right. It makes me ruminate. So yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right, brother.
I'll get the consultation. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you. Yo, Pun, I'm ready to shut this down. We're an hour and 40 in.
No doubt.
Let me see. What do we got? Yo, big shout to everybody on the Cash App. Please, the Cash App will still be open. Let me see. People moving toward the realist quote of the day for me. Thank you. He sounds like a young noble knight. Punisher, you want to plug your shit to Talk Loud?
Yeah, just in search of Freezer Meat. Check it out. Get some game and just tune back in, man. There's all the knowledge and stuff you need.
All right, GYBB, get your balls back. WWDD, what would Dante do? Sexual Revolution be a podcast, and I love y'all, man. Peace. We out of here.